Hi, in this video, I wanted to share about some of the reasons you weren't losing weight. We shared that in the last video, but now I want to give you some solutions, some strategies, some hacks so that you can break through those plateaus. So many people come to me and want to lose weight, but they think they're doing everything right. They're exercising, they're dieting, but they're still not dialing it in. So I'm going to give you some solutions to the strategies that we talked about in the last video. So the last time was you're not eating enough healthy foods. So what does that look like? Well, healthy foods are just real food. Healthy foods are grass-fed beef, they're anything that's hormone-free. So any of your animal products that have not been raised with hormones or antibiotics, that are free range, that are in their natural habitat, and that's how they're raised. Your vegetables and your fruits, you want to make sure that they're organic, minimally sprayed. So the biggest ones are going to be strawberries. Anything that you eat that has, well, like strawberries and grapes, for instance. Second thing would be other vegetables. Of course, broccoli and spinach are the higher ones. So there's a website called EWG.org, Environmental Network, or environmentalworkinggroup.org, EWG.org, that actually has a list of what's called the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. So take a look at that. That will tell you which foods or which vegetables are more highly sprayed than others. So stick to that. You can do that. Other things, when I tell people just eat real food, okay? Number two was to eat food that your body likes. So what do I mean by that, eat food that your body likes? Most people do not do well on dairy. So if you're eating dairy, if you're like a keto person, I am, but I do not do well with dairy. It produces a lot of mucus, phlegm, joint pain, achiness, skin starts to break out, then I have a lot of digestive issues. So if you're keto and you are not losing weight, then I would recommend that you would eat food that your body actually likes. If you're feeling pain with that and you notice something showing up in your body, then remove that. For some of you, it could be the stevia that's holding you back. Even though it's natural, it's better than sugar, your body may not like that. If you're a female that holds on to a lot of their fat in the glutes area and has that pear shape, you're probably better off with more vegetables, especially like cruciferous vegetables, than minimal vegetables. So you got to start eating food that your body likes. If you eat something and you're getting a response, then you need to remove it. And every time you eat it, even though it's healthy, even if it's something good, then it's telling your body that you don't want it. And an example would be like, I love kombucha. But there was a time where I couldn't have it because every time I would drink kombucha, I would feel bloated afterwards. So that was an indication that something is wrong with my body because it does not like it. And that's when you have to start digging into more, which we're gonna get to. Number three, you're not eating enough food. So many ladies go into these low calorie deficits and think that that's how they have to lose weight, but that's not necessarily true, because if that were the case, we would already see some amazing changes, and you're not seeing that. So the reason, if you're eating too low calorie, you're not going to get enough vitamins, enough minerals, your cofactors, the nutrients that you need for the different physiological processes. So if you're trying to metabolize your fat burning hormones, you need a healthy liver for that, which is going to be number 4 here. But you need to have enough vitamins, minerals, and nutrients. That's where even tracking for maybe a couple weeks would really be helpful. Other thing is the liver. We talked a little bit, well, I mentioned about the liver. Your liver is so important. So what are, your liver is it's a major detoxer. So you want to eat foods that your liver loves. So cruciferous vegetables, so that would be like Brussels sprouts, that would be cauliflower, that would be spinach, that would be kale, that would be arugula. And those are great liver foods. If for some reason it upsets your stomach, once again, especially those cruciferous vegetables, they have many anti-cancerous effects. I would recommend that you actually cook them or steam them, and in order to get still the maximal benefits, add some turmeric, or not turmeric, mustard seed powder to it so that you can reactivate one of the enzymes, so that actually you get the benefits of something called sulforaphane, which is responsible for those anti-cancerous benefits and cleansing and detox. So you want to make sure that you have a healthy liver. So another thing that could be interfering with your weight loss could be hormones. It could be exogenous hormones. If you're on birth control pills, definitely you want to talk to your doctor about other ways, maybe using your rhythm method of knowing when your cycle is. There's different apps out there. Flow is one app that you can use to check when you're ovulating. Number two, if you're on any type of hormone replacement therapy, any pellets, you've got to get that dialed in. I'm not telling you not to take it. I'm just telling you, for some ladies, that does cause weight gain and they're not able to release the weight. So make sure that that's dialed in. You're working with a good doctor who is actually testing you and checking you frequently to find out your dosage, because it's going to change. And if you're in a crisis situation, you want to make sure that if you're on it, that it's being monitored. You just don't take it and not have it monitored. So I'm a real believer in that. If your hormones, like I mentioned, if your hormones are off balance, it could be cortisol, it could be thyroid, your thyroid hormones, cortisol from your adrenal glands, your estrogen. If those hormones are off balance and you're eating clean and you think you're getting into a deep sleep and you're exercising, you're not going to release the weight. So my suggestion is you either get salivary hormones done or you get the urine hormone testing done to see where you are, see where your levels are, because that will hold you back. If you get the serum testing, it's got to be free. So free testosterone, the estradiol for the ladies. If the guys are getting checked, I said everything needs to be free. So you definitely want to get that checked. So we talked about the liver. Another one we talked about last time was gut infection. So how do I fix my gut? Well, I'm just going to give you quick, simple things you can do. One, stop putting all the toxic food in your body, okay? Because that's going to irritate your gut. The sugar, the dairy, for some of you it's going to be dairy. For some of you it's going to be even natural artificial sweeteners. Stress is a huge one. So the gut infections is going to be huge. So you definitely need to get tested for that. I mean, even if it's just $300 or $400, for some tests, well, usually about $425 what it costs to get your gut checked. However, isn't it worth getting that check instead of spending the next year or 6 months not figuring out what's going on with your body, if that's holding your body back from healing? Because healing does start in the gut. There's so many conditions that are connected with gut health. So remove all the toxins. You can also have I love using aloe vera. I sometimes use some golden seal, wormwood, berberine. Those are some herbs that you can use. However, you've really got to find out exactly, be specific to work on the gut. Other things that I would recommend, even glutamine, bone broth is something natural. Probiotics help as well. So we need to do a whole video now on that. Heavy metals like cadmium, like mercury, like lead, which you're getting probably from your food. There's some people that also have dental issues that every time you bite down on something, check on smoking tooth. You are actually releasing some mercury and it's affecting your brain, which can affect the pituitary gland and the hypothalamus, which really controls and talks to the rest of the body about hormones and what to do and what not to do. And the last one is going to be stress. How do I fix that? How do I manage that? Meditation, taking the time, being mindful, spending time with people you like. Those are some of the solutions that you can start to implement. If you even just start with one, okay? I know I give you like 10 different things, but even if you just start with one, that's a good place to start with all this. Okay, we'll catch you on the next video. See ya.